Alright, so here's the deal, guys. I'm going to walk you guys through how I figured this out. And I don't want my identity out yet because I want my family safe. And Bubba Cugs would understand this most of anybody. You know, you try to come out and you help people, and people don't want to accept your ideas, your beliefs, your thoughts. They want to put you in a box and have you exactly like them. Well, here's the deal, guys. If you're perfect, then life is not worth living. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses. And I have just went through hell and back trying to figure this out. And I want you guys to know that I am a real person. So I'm going to try to walk you through this. And the reason why I'm going to do it this way is I've been fighting the computers. Like, I was a security electronics specialist for the Department of Corrections. I installed cameras, so forth. I also know how technology moved forward when you used to have analog cameras, and the reason why the music's in the back is so I don't get hit on certain things. I'm trying new stuff here. Every day is like a trial and error. That's how you get good at something. 10,000 hours to be an expert. Groundhog Day. Well, I'll keep doing this every fucking day until I either crack or something happens. Either I get arrested, because think about it, guys. People just went to the Capitol building to state their ideas and opinions, and when the police officers, security guards let them in, it was a perfect setup, guys. If you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm telling you right now, America, you need to wake up. You absolutely have to wake up. Here's the deal, guys. I think I have 6 accounts, and I have tweeted and tweeted for the last 4 years, and yeah, you get some followers. Yeah, it's hit and miss, but I'm going to prove to you guys everything that I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pause the videos, and I'm going to keep loading stuff up on my Twitter page, and you guys will see my Twitter page, and then I'm going to share the links to where I'm getting the information from, okay? So let's work together. Let's figure this out. Okay, so like I said, I'm trying to do this as stealth as possible because, one, I know how computers work, and I have seen some weird things happening with my computers. Let's just say someone helped me out and gave me a ton of files, and I mean a ton of files. And we're talking files and files and files upon QAnon and everything else. So here's the deal, guys. I have put this together as somewhat as the best I can. But I want you guys to know who I am first before we go down this. Man, I'm the largest child at heart. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. This has significant meaning to me because we are all a group. Like I said, kid at heart, like you would not believe. I loved He-Man. I loved Transformers. I loved G.I. Joe. I mean, there's nothing as far as those cartoons could do wrong. They taught lessons at the end of it, and I took those lessons to heart. Here's the deal, guys. I didn't grow up with the father. I mean, well, I did. He was just a abusive, alcoholic, drunk-ass dickwad that fucking thought... And I'm sorry to cuss, but that's really what he was. And here's the deal. Like, he thought beer and alcohol were more important than his family. He had a wife and 2 kids. And you know what? After I was 8 years old, the last time I seen him, I wanted to go watch Return of the Jedi. That was the last time I'd ever seen him. And I remember begging him to go watch it, but he was drunk and couldn't hold down a job or a license or whatever the hell it was, and couldn't take his kid that was dying to see Star Wars. Never seen any of them before that. And then finally got to see my first Star Wars film was with my aunt, and she let me watch Empire Strikes Back. And for her, I thank her because I became a Jedi Master. And that's the thing, guys. You guys have fun with this, man. This is our kids. This is imagination. This is us just being kids again. You know what? My childhood was stolen from me, and the last thing I ever wanted was for another child to ever go through what I went through. That's why I'm fighting so hard. Then, the main whole reason of this shit show is my wife and kids. Or my wife and kid. I want you to show you how propaganda works, guys. Here's a list I cut out of a magazine when they had Suzuki and Kawasaki made a deal, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna build these four-stroke bikes, guys." Now remember, this is in August of 2006, August 30th. Okay, $12,000 for a bike in order to make it actually work like it should, because they were coming out there experimenting with them. Now the newer bikes, yeah, they're pretty much flawless. I mean, they're so goddamn fast. It scares the hell out of me that one of these guys is going to break their necks, and it's happened before, but now they're just going so fast. Look, guys, you want to know how they fucking destroyed Supercross and Motocross? They killed the two-strokes. Now the average kid cannot afford to buy a bike. You want to win two-strokes, or you want to be having kids ride again? Well, let's start freeing up the land. I grew up riding. That was my first passion and love. Man, do I like green Kawasaki's. I'm also a Yamaha kid, a Honda kid, and I love Suzuki's. First time I ever jumped a set of doubles, scared the living hell out of me. This is after I got comfortable with it, but it took me a while. But I remember the first time I did it, I thought I was going to die. Took years and years of riding to get this experience down. Now I have some really jacked up issues with my health. That's why I don't ride anymore. This was the last time I went riding. Sorry, this is just trying to get this going. But this is the last time I basically went riding, and I went riding one other time after this, and I sold my bike. That was it. I was so scared because I have cervical dystonia. It was caused by an accident. A guy hit me at least at 50 to 60 miles an hour. I was stopped at a stoplight. He hit me so hard, I hit the guy in front of me, and he hit the guy in front of him. Now here's how workman's comp works. They don't give a living shit about you. I have a stack of paperwork, me fighting with them, telling them there was something wrong with me. And you know what I got? Was to go see a psychiatrist and put on Prozac. Well, years to come to find out, and I knew something was wrong, I just didn't know what it was. I had cervical dystonia. Well, the thing is I've had it since I was a kid. The dystonia part, because of my hands and my hand shake. Yes, it is hereditary. It came from my grandmother, or it came from a vaccination. I don't know. I mean, if I didn't have any vaccinations and I lived to this point, then I could say that it was not caused by a vaccination. Reason of doubt, critical thinking, A and B. You have to come up with C or two B's or two A's. But there's always logic to math. I don't care how you want to write it. MC equals square. You know, that shit right there. You guys are so used to propaganda. I'm telling you right now, Einstein's theory with a bunch of other ones fucking had them all up on the wall, and they were throwing darts at the damn thing until they found one that they thought was going to buy to the rest of you guys. Oh yeah, guys, I'm going to show you your history is an absolute lie. So here's the thing, guys. I love Star Wars. But here's the thing, as I love history, because Star Wars was written in a long time ago in a galaxy far away. So, guess what? That's history. Yes. Oh, yes, I fucking love history. I love Star Wars and I love the Bible. Both of them have two moving stories. One was a perfect man. One was an imperfect man who made a bad decision to save his wife and kid. And it costed him everything. Until the very end, when he found his son, was able to break through what Darth Sidious had put into him. Evil. Absolute evil. And if you guys don't think that that shit's real, well, where do you think they get these stories from? You guys have been living in the Matrix, guys. I'm telling you that right now. I'm going to show you so much shit, you guys are going to freaking head spin. Oh, yes, and I am a master at my trade. I'm an electrician. I'm also an electronic specialist tech who used to build security systems for detention centers. Then I went and worked for the state. Holy shit. No wonder why we're broke. I'm telling you right now that you cannot even imagine that. I have so many stories on that, it'll make your head spin. And guess what? We just keep building more and more. So as I said, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying to do this. I'm going to show you guys how I cracked the puzzle and how I figured this whole thing out. And I want to say thanks to Bubba Cuggs, Austin Steinbart, Digital Asset Investor, Extra Evo, and anyone else that gave me any insight or knowledge to anything that they had discovered. And trust me, guys, I would have never put this puzzle together without those guys. And never will I ever be, I will say a bad word. I mean, yeah, I'll give them a hard time and I'll razz them, but these guys, as far as I'm concerned, saved my life, saved my family, and saved my country, and saved my world. Because what they showed me, yeah, it led me down some paths like you guys won't believe. So that's where I'm going to leave this, and then I'm going to make another one.